I'm sorry. Has anybody been hearing me? Because I didn't realize I was muted. I apologize. Good morning and welcome to MIGHTYOX Trading, in case I haven't been on the last 8 minutes. Apparently I hit the mute button on the mic itself. Didn't realize it. Sorry about that, guys. How you doing, Trader Jay?
Order filled.
Long. Am I not logged in, or am I on the wrong account, or now what happened? Well, it's not working anyway, so all righty then.
Order filled.
Back out of that trade. We figure out what did happen there now. Didn't guess why. Okay. Look at that. Oh yeah, that makes sense. I haven't traded oil in months.
Order filled.
Ah, really?
Order filled.
It's working so far this morning. All right. That one I hesitated on. That one's working. Damn it. Hey, Jake. Hate that. Hate that. It's coming back down. Never mind.
Order submitted.
All right. So this isn't going to work. All right. So far, nothing this morning working.
Order filled.
Nice losing day. Oh, I'm right back up now. Try one more time on this. Maybe.
Order submitted. Nope. Oh yeah.
was my terrible Kool-Aid Man impression. Thought it wanted to go there. Nope. Gets beat down at the 9 again. Yeah.
Order canceled.
That's not going to work either.
Order submitted.
Now we're getting a rise. I didn't check if we had any news this morning. Import prices and housing starts coming up here in a few minutes. Trying to find some positive momentum here, but so far it's just not.
Order submitted.
How's everyone's week been? Excellent, Trader Jay. Glad to hear that. Beautiful, Nathaniel. Beautiful. Ah, and it's coming back down on me. Dang it. I could have had 10, I guess, there, and I didn't take it. I could have had 15 and I didn't take it. That, oh, I don't believe it. Dang it.
Order filled.
All right.
Order canceled.
All right, so we're done for today. I hate that. That's frustrating. Stupid trading. Stupid trading as usual. Gotta stop stupid shit. Continue to fall. down a little bit on it. There's a little pop. ATR is about 12 right now, not huge amount. Top got beaten back down. How you doing, SK?
Order submitted.
Now, what the heck has happened there? Ah, man.
Order canceled.
Weird. Am I with one contract? Yeah. Of course, come right back down. Nothing's going right today, guys. Nothing is going right. Every time I think I figured it out, I don't. we go. Now we're getting the movement up. That's the movement I expected. Damn choppiness. Right back down. And I'm getting frustrated. All right, trying to bounce back up at the end. Morning, USC.
Order filled.
All right, so destroying account this morning. Doing good job so far. Still falling, trying to hang on to 650. Oh, USC, you can certainly wait until later in the stream if you want to chime in. Hey, John, how you doing? Let me play ace and say there's no such thing as jinxes. I'm doing all right. I know. I'm just trying to make you feel better. You see, I have a high power portable sitting in my kitchen. It's doing a decent job. Definitely not as good as a whole house one, but it's okay. Is my mic picking up fan noise? Yes, apparently it is. Sorry. Someone should have said something sooner. Still, let me figure it out. All right. I think we got it. Sound better now, guys? Everybody, please wish Hassan Hope a happy birthday. If you ever hear noise that doesn't sound like the normal noise, guys, let me know right away. I try to look for that stuff, but sometimes I don't realize things are happening. Yeah, it's the entire East Coast has just gotten terrible. We have a little bit here. It's hazy, but it's not horrid. Sure. Let's me go look at what my air quality index is. Actually, my air quality is actually good, so it's 49. That's not bad at all. Chicago, yeah, Chicago is terrible. Yeah, the Phillies had to play in it last night. I'll blame that for the loss. Popping back up towards 700 here. Actually, I don't blame Nola, John, because Nola gave us 6 innings of 1-run ball and should have never been brought out for the 7th when it's been obvious he's a 6 inning pitcher now. He should have never been brought back out for the 7th. The Phillies forum I'm on, before he gave up those home runs in the 7th, we're all screaming that he should have been lifted before starting that inning. Morning, Ace. Reminder for when you get on the war rig, it's Friday. So I put that loss totally on Mattingly. Not, I mean, we only scored 1 run, so I mean, the bullpen gave up 1 run, so we probably would have lost anyway. And we're right back down. Top of the hour. Top of the hour drop there, 15 points. And back down, we are coming hard, hard, hard. Hardy, hard, hard. Oh, sorry. I would do that, Ace. Hey Tris, how you doing? We're still falling. We're still falling. Hey Jake, how you doing? Yay! Great way to start the week. The weekend, Jake. Still falling here, trying to hold 28,600. JJR, have you caught any of the little pops that we've had along this downward journey? We're about 15 minutes till the bell. I'm going to get my headset ready. Everybody's trading for the weekend. I think that was a fire truck. Hey, Ron, how you doing? Ouch, sorry to hear that, JJR. Hope things maybe improve after
Order
the bell.
filled.
I'm also red on the morning so far. Hey, looks like I'm gonna get redder. Hey. Oh, maybe not. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. Light up my piano. Can't find any positive momentum up higher. Come on. Hopefully it was heading to the 9 on the 5, but my God, that just rejected right down.
Stop filled.
Damn it. And that one I missed. Came back for me. When it's coming back for you, don't trust it. Trying to hold 600. We're down 2% on the day. Down over 600 points from the high. That was after being down on the day yesterday by 467 points. The high of yesterday to now are down over 1,100 points. Just throwing this out there, JJR, you think you might prefer to stop for today and come back fresh Sunday night or Monday? All right. Make sure you clear your head, JJR. Breathe. And hold 600 over. Yeah. Low of the day, 554 so far. All right. All right. I know down days like this are I guess you only do longs can be a frustrating experience for you. I'm frustrated myself right now because everything I've tried has not worked. Whoa! Well, that was a 5 minute till algo. Just shot up 25 points. I mean, I was not like telling you what you should do. Is just throwing out an idea that wow, okay, this is more than the 5 minute till algo. I think. I mean, look at that. That doesn't usually keep going. Usually, it's a quick burst right as the candle starts. The 41 point candle back up to the 9 EMA on the 5. Right back down.
Hear me! 2 minutes to the opening bell. Prepare yourself.
Ace, you
2
weren't eaten
minutes
by.
left.
Okay, I was gonna say. Let's hope Ace wasn't eaten by coyotes. It was late with his 2 minute warning. missing our Melody today. Not sure where she's at yet. So we should be here in a minute or two. Top at the bell, up 50 points. Wow, we're rocketing up. And back down. So it shot up 607 to 686. Down, back down hard. The 53-point candle. Still going. Back down towards 600. Wow, down hard. New low day. 542. and going. Just bloodbath. I see. And you were falling. I see. Hey, Tim.
I've fallen and I can't get up.
Can it hold 500? Got down to 488. Extreme lows on the RSI on the 5-minute chart right now. The first 5-minute candle down 52. This one is down 78 and more. 463 the low. On June 11th, we got down to 265. And then June 9th, it was 227. So those could be our areas of support if there's support to be had. I understand there's no court-ordered support. There's a blue candle trying to bounce back up here. It's a 31-point candle. Do we trust it? These are the questions we ask. It's trying to get back about 500 here. Welcome, Ace. Remember, it's Friday. Tad worried about Melody.
Order filled. Target filled.
Well, there we go. That was a 34-point trade right there. Real quick. Yeah, but even that time that her internet was down, she was on her phone. She got on her phone and let me know. I mean, I'm not upset that she's not here. I'm just worried that there's something wrong. Glad that trade happened quickly because it just rejected right back down. I think it's coming right back up though, and I can't trust it. Discord says she's on but idle, so she's connected somehow. And wow, look at that rejection back down hard. Oh, she's typing. Still hard. Still coming down hard. Are we gonna break 400? She's sick. She won't be on today. Nice ace. How low will we go? Tries to bounce. Whoa! Excellent, JJR.
Order filled.
Took too long.
Order filled.
They're off there for let's see, 23 points on that one. I think I'm gonna be. Yeah, I would have got my original target, but I was afraid of that 90 EMA. And see how it did reject. That's what I was afraid of. It just went further before it rejected. It's trying to come back up. We may re-enter. I'm gonna enter here unless it gives me a bell. It doesn't seem like it's gonna give me a bell
Order filled.
for long. ATR is at 37, but I'm using a 25-point stop.
Order filled.
Oh, there we go. That's another win. That was 27 points. And that the My Funded Futures account, I only went down to one account after I started the day red on everything else. It's now back to green. So I should have kept copy trading. We're back up 88 points, 92 points on this 5-minute candle. 5-minute candle finished up 79 points. It's still going. Figure what's that 9 on the 5? Still rising. We hit a low of 408, so we're up over 150 points in less than 10 minutes. ATR's gotten up to 40. Maybe a little pullback here. Let's see. Back up 600, up to 628, 630, still really running here. If you want to join me, Ace, you're going to need to be on Discord. You've done it before. We have news coming up. University of Michigan consumer sentiment preliminary coming up top of the hour.
Extra read all about it. News in a few minutes.
Your login should be your email address, Ace. We're heading back towards 700 here. This is kind of amazing, this recovery. Our high since the open was 686. Did get the 700. Broke up above. Sentiment came in at 55, 54.4. Forecast was 51. So that was a pretty big beat, which has caused that big burst up to 748. MIGHTYOX trading, but you don't need to actually be in the server. I sent you a direct message. Try calling you if you like me to, calling you on Discord. So you hear you should hear the sound and then connect. Are you on browser window instead, Ace? You can use Discord in browser too. This is just flying. Ace trades. Did you wait? Did you sign up for a different account? You're no longer Dustin Echoes? Okay, well let's start here. Well, here's a link to my Discord. Try and join it, and that'll help me find the account you're currently on. Let me try that too. Ace trades 85, 48. I just sent you a friend request, Ace. Came back down a little bit there. I'm expecting a pullback. That one came right back up. Okay, I see you accepted my friend request. Yay. There we go. So you've now made your third Discord account. All right, I'm going to try a voice call. Okay, it says you're muted, Ace. Going higher, get toward 28,800. Are we gonna get back to 29,000? Okay, dokie. At 813. This is wild. This is as relentless as the down move was relentless.
To the moon.
All right, try now.
I hear you, Ace. Do you hear me?
I can hear you just fine.
Excellent. See, not that hard. Although I'm not sure how you got another account.
I'm going to turn off. I think I'm getting double the room and you just talking to me, probably
Yeah, you're gonna need to mute the actual YouTube sound.
the room.
Yeah.
Well, nice. This worked. You know how I love technology.
Yes, you do. How does he sound, guys? Is he loud? Too loud? Too low?
My wife says she can hear me. U.S. son, good morning, by the way. Good to see you and everybody else. I'm not doing this. I don't know why I'm here, actually. I just was thinking if just want to offer that if Ox ever needed to co-host an emergency. But you've done it for years without anybody here. It's not like it's adds anything or you can't do it.
Ace, you're always welcome to join me. We like having you on.
Thanks. No pressure. It's weird though, speaking of the market, and I'm sure that's just a little low. I don't know if I should turn up.
Well, I think I could adjust you.
Okay. I just find it interesting on a Friday that the market that just slammed down hard. I was listening to you as the bell was ringing, as I was running the last little bit back to the house. Also, not that everybody wants to hear, this always turns into the Ace Trades adventure, but I'm not complaining. Especially, you can't complain to somebody who doesn't have a left ankle. But I did twist my ankle.
Ouch!
The only reason I'm bringing that up is because it's interesting to me, and I'll get back to the market. But it's interesting to me that I've had some really bad ankle sprains, and I've had some minor ones. But it's weird. The first 30 seconds, you have no idea.
Yeah.
If it's I just snap my foot off, or is it going to be okay? It's just a little bit of a roll thing, and I'm laying there. And by now I'm in the neighborhood, so I'm in front of somebody's house, but I'm like, well, I got to get home anyway, somehow. I've got to get home, so I got to get back up anyway. So I kind of started hobbling anyway. But pretty quick. By the time I got home, I could tell it wasn't bad, so I'm fine. And before one more quick thing, and I'll shut up about me. Before I had open heart surgery, I my ankles were huge, like they looked really big, and I just thought it was from rolling them a lot, just it, every 6 months or 8 months, whatever, it just was rolled. And then I found out after the surgery, like, no, that was your heart failing. That was the body fluids. Your fluids were building up in your heart wasn't doing its job, and your fluids were building up in your ankles. And so now that I'm post surgery, they are sleek and lean looking now again. So yes, I had kinkles. So end of the story.
Amazing how the body does that.
Yeah. But let's make some people some money. I'm only looking at ES. I can see your screen in NASDAQ. I would feel immoral telling people to trade NASDAQ, but
Oh, there's an ES screen up there in the top
on
right
the
as well.
top
Sorry,
right.
top,
Oh yeah.
top left.
Top
Sorry.
left. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that is ES. Yep. If I was looking to get in a trade,
Order filled.
I would position a buy order above where it is right now, and then slide it down into it after it finishes touching. You just pull down and pull down a little bit more. We're not going to go much farther in because it hasn't been penetrating down below much past right about there. And I would just follow that down in. Now it goes. It's going down farther. Good. It's making a liar out of me. The farther it goes down, that's good because then it'll come back up. And I'd put an order in here at maybe at 30.50 maybe. Give yourself a little bit of a stop.
Order filled.
Just dipping down. Put in that range and then leave it there like 30, about 29.75. Just pull it down into that and then let that sit. Maybe tuck it down a little bit farther. And then when it comes back up, there we go. So I got filled at 29.75. And I would just be looking for a point at the most today. It's Friday. Now it's heading back down again. So you would have got a little bit on that if you have a modest target like that. So I don't know if that's helpful, but as you notice, the market in general has been heading up the last 30 minutes.
Significant.
Yeah. And so you have these little pullbacks. Now is that pullback going to be all day long? It could be, but even if it is a pullback to head back down, it's going to come back up. Again, you can get filled on the way back up. Let it just a couple ticks is all you need to make it green. And if it's going to come back up, that's why I like to let it go down below just like the average of where it's been going down below, and then let the order get picked up on the way back up, and fight like heck for a little bit of it. How's NASDAQ pulling down as well?
Yeah. Yeah, I actually got a short there for about 15 points.
Nice. And 15 points on the, how many points? It's $5 a point?
It's 20 bucks a point.
20 bucks a point, okay. And then, now let's see that it's heading back up. I would try and get a long in there about 29.50. I don't know if it's still jumping around. But 29.50 looks like it's a pretty good springboard for it to push up. And the other thing I do that Ox doesn't do a ton of, and correct me if I'm wrong, I will put my stop back up to break even almost as soon as I see a little bit of daylight. There's the long. Almost as soon as I see daylight. And I don't. Is it? Am I wrong, Ox? You don't do that very often. You kind of let the trade play out.
Yeah. I mean, I either just let it go to a target and then get out.
Yeah. I like this just to I'd like to eliminate the risk, but what the trade-off is, oftentimes it comes back and gets me out. If I would have just been patient, not moved a thing, it would have wiggled back and forth for a minute, touched my entrance, threatened my stop a little bit, but then go the way I thought it was going to go. And if I would have just left it alone, it would have gone and got my points. Versus it came back, ticked me out at either break even or one tick above it. And I'm out of the trade, and then it goes my way. So I struggle with that mental. That to me is a challenge. Is it better to let it run, or should I eliminate the risk as quick as I can?
Yeah.
So I'm open to advice on that from anybody.
I've tried to figure that out too, which is better. And it seems like it would take some intense back testing over a long period of time to see which one actually plays out more.
Yeah.
Better.
Agreed.
You move back up.
Yeah, just pushing back up. Again, that and look at the chart. I'm looking at my ES chart where I got in long, sim obviously. When I got in long and got hit, then it pulls back down in, threatens my stop a little bit, but now it's pushing back up. And we've talked about this before, where, gosh, there's times where I think about these. I'm assuming there's big wigs. Chomping on a cigar that million dollar traders who they just get in, they don't maybe have a mental stop, and they just let the thing go, and 2 points for me is a great day, and these guys are getting 50 points because the market's going to do something. It's going to do something big today. It already has, but it wouldn't surprise me if it doesn't continue pushing up. But while it's doing that, there's guys like me, they're just grabbing for pennies, and there's guys like my imaginary cigar chomping guys that are just raking it in. So, but I don't know I don't know how to do that. I don't know how to get 50 points a day. I feel like I've got a moral obligation at some point to harvest, to make sure I've locked in some profits.
Right.
And those days they're rare, but they do happen. Those days I'll get a 10, and even rarer get a 20-point day. But those are the exception versus the rule. But the market has to cooperate as well. Like, you can't just watch 5 points dissolve into getting your stop hit. Anyway, what's your thoughts?
That's been something. I obviously have trouble holding trades long. A 20-point trade on ES would be equal to like a 50-point trade on AQ, and you see how often I get a 50-point trade. But it's just, I think locking in profit is usually the most beneficial way to go, because the market's more likely to kind of go in a up and down move versus a straight up or a straight down. Like right now, this has been awesome to try and get a huge move up, and earlier the huge move down. But normally, right, like yesterday, we were looking at the way it was, going up like 20 points, down 20 points, up 30, down, that's I
right.
feel like it moves that way more often than what we're seeing today, where we're getting a huge trend in one way or even both ways.
Yeah, and even though now, like, look for ES, so there's a big red candle that had you, were you in on, like, I'm looking at your chart, did you get it, if you got in on a long, on that blue candle, which, 5 candles back?
Yeah.
It's now eating into your profits. It's threatening your profit. And so is it better to take profit or to let it run and threaten your stop, and, you end up with nothing?
See, for me though, it's almost a no-brainer for me with NQ, because the fact that it moves more than what ES does in value.
Yes.
So
Yes.
even on one micro, the entry, if I had gotten in as soon as that blue candle closed, that would have given me as much as 43 points.
Yeah.
So 40 points on one micro is still $80.
Yeah,
So
that's nice.
letting that come back
Nice.
at me would be stupid. I mean, if I was on a mini, that's $800.
Yes.
That'd be totally stupid to give back.
And let's point out, there are people that go to work every day and make $80.
Yeah.
Not a lot of people. Yeah, still, that's not a ton of money, but yeah, I mean, there's people that $80 is a day's worth of work, and so yeah, I'm thinking I have to harvest it because I just feel like I've got to. And the same thing with my 2-pointers. There's times where I will move my target out of the way. I try not to. I've learned that just let it get hit. If let the runners do the excitement of the once in a while if you get 5 points or 10 points or whatever. But I've just had to learn to just let that 2 points get hit because so many more times with ES, I'll move that target out of the way. I'll move my stop up, and I should use the ATM. I should have the automatic. I should have it do it automatically. I'm going to figure out that one of these days. So if it goes 6 ticks or something, it moves it to break even automatically. But I'll move it up to break even, or I usually just do 1 tick above because I don't want to pay the commission. I'll move it up. I'll move my 2-point target up, so now it's like a 5-point target, and then I'll move my stop up so it's 1 tick above, so I'm not paying the commission, only to have it hit the 2-point area and then come right back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I could have taken $100 per contract, but now I've got $12.50 minus commission.
And I always say that for me, it feels worse for it to go into a decent profit and then come back and end up with nothing, or than to actually get into a trade and it just immediately goes to my stop. It actually feels worse,
Yes.
to have had that money and then
lost it.
Yeah.
You lost money you could have had versus, it just didn't go my way. If it just goes against me, that's the nature of the beast. It's going to do that. So it's kind of crazy. Ask me for an update on my AI adventure with my high school buddy.
What's going on with your AI adventure?
I will. Here's how we know if people want to hear that story. If people will hit the thumbs up, hit the like button, then I'll know that they want to hear that story. Or you could type in, I guess, that you want to hear that story.
Come on, chat. The chat's dead today. Where are y'all?
How many people we got? I've got 9 watching. Is that what you're saying?
Nope.
It shows 9. I'm just refreshing my screen. 9. Yeah, 9 watching.
Yeah, 9.
Okay. USC. I just realized I don't even know her. We've talked before, US Sun. I don't know your real name. She doesn't know mine either, so I guess that's okay. Anyway, you don't have to put that on there. I just realized that. I have a sim wife that I trade with every day, and
Actually, she probably does know your real name because you used your first name when you were.
Oh yeah, yes, you're right. With Mark's, not Mark. What's his name? Teresius guy.
Yeah. Wow, I forget.
Anyway, he'll hit one of us in a second. It'll hit one of us. Nice guy, real good guy.
Matt Hensley.
Matt, that's it. And you're kind of like, oh gosh, put it on there. Thanks for doxing me. Oh my gosh, delete that. Anyway, yeah. So I had a high school buddy call me months ago. In fact, it was. When was it? Anyway, we've just kind of reconnected over we haven't talked since high school until not very long ago. I know how. I saw him in the hospital. I saw his Facebook post. He got in the hospital for something, and so I reached out to him, and we've been reconnected. So of course it comes up. What do you do? Oh, playing the markets. And so he wanted to hear about that. And I, told him, I try and tell people the bad side as well. I try not to make it sound like, there are days like today, like, okay, yeah, I sat down, when I sat down, waited 30 seconds, saw a trade, took it, hit my target, done for the day. But I also tried to give him the reality of like, no, it's really hard. You're going to lose, it's easy to lose money, yada, yada. But his takeaway was it's really easy and you can make a lot of money. So he kept reaching out and talking about it. And he went and he's like, I want to get into this game. And then I always give everybody listen, here's how it goes. At first you lose a ton of money and then you lose less. And, I just gave him the whole, it's rough, it's hard. You're competing against the best of the best. These guys, there's computers that, PhDs with advanced degrees that are writing these codes and programs. And anyway, there's people that are spending millions of dollars moving their building closer to the Chicago, the CME, so they can get their data, their signal to them a little faster. Just kind of try to give him the what for. But he's still like, yeah, I need to get to, and he's getting, we're all getting older. He's like, I don't want to have to keep working hard every day. I want to have a job that's, just, like yours. Anyway, so we went into it and he'd join me for Zoom calls. He'd watch me trade and I would try, explain my technique to him, trying to give him the best information I could. And then about the same time, he contacted he had a buddy that does a lot with AI. And when I say a lot, it's all within the last year, right? Really, AI is really taking off. So it's not like he's doing it for 20 years. But so this guy and so these buddies said, hey, why don't you kind of show us how you do what you do, and then I'll have AI copy it, and we'll all be millionaires. And I just kind of like, oh yeah, I can show you, and I can even kind of give you do this when this happens, this happens. I don't know if you could write a program for it, but that was his idea. So we all met and we talked, and the AI guy had, what's the one you use?
I use Claude.
Claude, yeah, I think he used Claude as well, and spent some time. So he would ask for my daily results, which I hate giving.
I remember you didn't even want to give him when you were on that stage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Order
yeah. I just
filled.
don't. It's just like and to me, part of it is because that's kind of what scammy people do. That's kind of like, you're like, hey, look, I made this much money. Hey, did this. I just wasn't comfortable. And also, how much is in your account. I don't know how, and I don't know if it was. I can't remember what the data showed, but basically, after every couple of days, I would send them this file that they wrote for NinjaTrader to pulled off the data. And I wasn't totally comfortable with it, but I'm just like, I'm going to try and help.
Order
and try and get this
filled.
going. Well, and then everybody would text me, so they all opened up NinjaTrader accounts and started trading, paper trade, and but like. It kind of is. This has been the last 2 weeks. It just all kind of fizzled. I haven't heard from anybody, and so the last I heard was the guy was like, "Well, I made some money the first week, but that's because I didn't close some positions and didn't realize that it was going in my way. And so I had money, but this last week I've given up all that money and plus more." And I said they're paper trading. And I don't know how it's working. I don't know how to make this work. So I think that they've run their course. I don't expect that AI is going to take over day trading anytime soon. And I just thought, well, that's kind of par for the course. I don't think it's worked quite the way they thought it was going to work. Because and maybe some of that, there's maybe some intangible. Like, do you feel like
part of it's intangible? It's part of it sounds like they I don't think anyone's going to make money with AI in trading if they don't understand how trading works. And I remember you saying
No.
how they didn't seem to want to take any knowledge of how the market works and how,
Right.
all this work,
Yeah.
and I think, for him to say that, I don't know why I lost money.
Right.
He's never going to find success with any AI or trying to program something because he doesn't know how it works. It'd be like trying to build a bridge without knowing how bridges work.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yep. You're right. And Tio's right there with his comment. Like, this is hard. Yeah. That's because I would show that, like, okay, here's how I do, and it's not like it's a huge secret. You just mine, the way I do it. It's not hard. It's just kind of, you do this when this happens, and this what happens, and it works sometimes, and sometimes it doesn't. But I don't know how to could program that, and how AI would know how to do that. And I don't know enough about AI. I did learn something while we were doing it, but I just thought it was kind of funny as the way that, because even my wife was asking me, like, so what about your buddies that you guys were gonna do all this AI stuff? And I'm like, I send the files in, and the text I'm getting, in a group chat, the text I'm getting is just like, I lost more money. I don't know. It's not working. So I don't know how to, again, and I think there's not that I'm saying that I am special, or I think you'd agree. There's just, like you said, you kind of get a feel for, after so much screen time, of, it's probably going to be going down more than it is right now. That's I don't know how to measure that, but I don't know. Yeah.
So I accidentally made a lot of money here a minute ago.
Nice.
I meant to enter 2 MNQ on my one funded account. Instead of I entered 2 NQ on my one funded account.
Oof.
And I'm up $659 on that funded account now because
Nice.
I got about 15 points on 2 contracts.
Nice. Well done. Add a little bit of a pucker factor on that you didn't know you.
Well,
you had.
the thing is, I didn't even realize it until I wanted to make sure the trade was showing up on screens. And I'm like, why isn't the trade showing up? And then I realized it was on a different account. Then I realized it was on a queue.
Nice. Well done. And then when you say funded account, for those of us playing at home, that means it's a topic firm that you're looking to earn the right to get a payout at some point.
Right.
Is that right?
Correct.
Okay. Yep. Okay. Yeah.
It was on a Take Profit Trader.
Nice. Our friends at TPT. Use code MIGHTYOX. Do you have a code?
MOT.
MOT. Nice. Nice. Proud sponsors of MIGHTYOX Trading, I think, right?
Yes.
Are they?
Yeah.
No.
After dropping me for 2 months, they brought me back.
That was weird. That was weird. I at with my Take Profit Trader account? Let me look. Because it was, I forget. I wasn't going to trade on it today. I have to do a different connections to log in. I'm down a couple hundred. I made a stupid rookie mistake yesterday. They went against me, as sometimes they do, and I fought back, got it within, so it was a negative couple hundred. I fought back, got it to negative $26, and just like you and RJ say, yeah, it's close enough.
Yeah.
And so my little voice in my head was like, nope, in case you're done, you're just stop, and we'll get that back tomorrow, and you'll get some more. This is a good place to stop. Don't trade. Next thing I know, I'm taking another trade, and it went against me, and I did all the rookie mistake moves. I think I moved my stop, and I dug the hole worse. So I'm down negative a couple $100 on that.
it's still recoverable for you, but
It is. It is
and I
doable.
will say, you know, it's nice. I mean, obviously, I don't want you making mistakes. You know, I always want you to be doing great, but it's nice to hear that someone that is as successful as you are still occasionally makes a rookie mistake. You know, it shows
Yeah.
how how hard this is, and even that whole mental game thing can be so tricky even after years of being successful.
Yeah, that's good. Thank you. That makes me feel better. It's okay to make boo-boos because I really get down on myself for that stuff. And I'm kind of punishing myself today by not being able to not taking a trade. And that's what I think I'm going to try and do a little different. And not that I want to. I feel like sometimes I pressure myself too much. Like, oh, I've got to do well. This MIGHTYOX is going to want to know how I'm doing on this, and I got to do well. But I would force myself to just, oh no, I got to get that back. I've got to get that back, and I'd just be in a bad headspace and dig it deeper. Next thing I know, I'm out of the account's closed. And so this time I'm just like, you know what? I have time. I'm just not going to push it. I'm not going to rush it. They're not looking at my trades and reflecting on me as a person over there at Take Profit Trading. They're not like, oh, that day's trades, he sucks. Like, look at that guy. I thought he was a good trader, and everybody talked about him like he knew what he was doing. And look at, so I don't have to. I can just relax. It's not a big deal.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is, I mean, they call these evaluations, but they're not really evaluations at all. They don't look at your trades. They don't look at how you got to that profit target to pass it. You could have taken 30 trades that lost, $75, got within $1 of your drawdown, then did one trade that, or I guess they have a 50%. Two trades that got to get you all the way back to the passing, and that's fine. So the whole term evaluation is really a misnomer.
Yeah. Well, also, I heard this on a podcast or something that like that particular account I've got. It's a $50,000 account. No, it's not really.
No.
It's a $2,000 account.
Right.
Because if I drop 2,000, I'm out. Right. So it's basically they gave me $2,000.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not sure why they, how I guess those top steps started assigning those types of values. Now, if you think partly about, I mean, it does allow you to take trades on every single asset or just about every asset. So if you factor in margin, then it gets closer to, those higher amounts.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
But yeah, it's you definitely just need to look at the drawdown of.
Yep, for sure. I'm checking on a different trading room, because I like to go in there and try and poach people from there. Remember, I stole. Was it Summer? Was that their name?
I remember the woman, but I don't remember her name.
Yeah. And that wasn't successful. So I don't get in there very often. But I'm not gonna say who it is. But I every once in a while, because they don't monitor the chat room at all. They don't have any, people in there, and people get in there. Like there is. Let's see how many people. When I logged in, there was 40 people watching, but there's hardly anybody commenting.
Oh.
And part of it is because they don't know one comments. But every once in a while, I'll be like, "Hey, if you guys are interested in trading futures, look up MIGHTYOX in the search bar in YouTube." But so like I haven't been wildly successful at it, but I keep trying.
I appreciate that.
Well, I think it's. I'm very selfish with this room, to be honest with you. I know that it's probably in your best interest to have the bigger the room, the bigger income, or I don't know how that works, but that's what I'm assuming. But like that, more people, and there's more people to use your code and get in, use your code for prop firms and all that stuff. But from my point of view, I just like it tiny, small, like it is, because I like it that it's it's individualized. You know, I think everyone that's in here that's kind of a regular feels like they have a voice. I would think.
Yeah, and honestly,
And
that's the way I want to keep it. And I do think we could grow some,
oh,
but
sure,
but I don't ever want to be like Patrick Whelan. You
Order
know,
filled.
right.
that
There's
size of a
30,000 people. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And man, I have seen him before. When the other day when we were talking about Patrick, I guess they were doing that live competition. When I clicked over to him, I was thinking, who's the other guy that is always out there that does stocks with the red hair and the ponytail?
Oh, Ross Cameron.
Yes. When you guys were talking about Patrick Whalen, I was thinking Ross Cameron. So I'm like, oh, I'll go watch them. And then somebody put it to click, or I clicked. I think I clicked it. Someone put the link in there. I'm like, oh, I've seen this guy for a minute, but I haven't. I don't enjoy that kind of room at all. I don't. That's yeah. Just his energy and the first thing, like the music, just drives me nuts. And I know you and I have talked about music before, but I mean, if you want music on, you can put music on in your own house. You can put on whatever you want to put.
Yeah.
And what kind of music? You know, what if the guy loves country music and you can't stand it? And I just didn't. It wasn't even. It was just like background music. It was just like you'd hear at the mall. For those of you who don't know what a mall is, I can explain. They used to have these big places where they'd build. Anyway, so yeah, that I just don't want that kind of energy. Yeah, I don't want that. That trading is not good. And I think our room is just really nice, and I don't know, the word special is too silly sounding, but I like that it's intimate. If someone has a problem, like JJR right there, he's helping. He typed something in that was helpful for
Target
me.
filled.
And I think that we kind of have that camaraderie where people can comment and get to know people, and I really like that. So I appreciate the room. I think I would still. I think if I can't imagine why I wouldn't want to trade. But let's say something happened and someone gave me $5 billion if I never took another trade. I guess that's a weird hypothetical, but I would still tune in. I think in the mornings just to listen to you guys and to have the camaraderie and be around everybody. So, yep, U.S. Sun.
Just grabbed a 34-point trade on 2 micros.
Nice. I should shut up so you can talk about it. Talk about your trades. There's people that would like to follow you into a trade, I'm sure.
Oh, I don't want anyone following me into trades. I don't ever announce.
Oh, they do. They do.
I should. I mean, I do sometimes announce them, but yeah, it's like
if you say the word long, I just hit the long button. I just hit the buy button. don't even look what's going on. Good on you. So you're trading. So you just took a short.
Yes.
On 2, and got hit and got how many? What's your typical profit target?
I don't know why, but this ATM that I use when the markets are more active is 34 points.
34 points. Wow. And let's face it, NQ will give you 34 points. It's so whippy up and down. It's not unheard of, right? Like 34 points on the ES is.
Yeah, I mean that was only half the move. 30. It went from my entry down. It went 65.
That's impressive. And also, I've looked at NASDAQ. I've taken trades on NASDAQ. I just don't have the stomach for it. It just reminds me of ES on a bad whippy day.
If I had taken the same trade on ES, or let's just use the full move. The full move of ES of 75.30 down to 75.23, so it would have been a 7-point trade.
Okay. 7 points is nothing to sneeze at.
Oh, no, I agree. I absolutely agree.
I've heard you can feed a family on 2, so there's that. There's that. U.S. sun, are you guys getting those summer showers that come through in the afternoons? Heat builds up, and then the rain comes. I just wondered about. I lived in the South for a while, and I kind of liked that afternoon rain. It cooled things down. Yes, just continue to push down.
I don't know.
And that
Afternoon rains in humid areas always seems like it made it like more like a sauna.
yes, yeah. I remember I'm seeing the steam kind of come back off the road when the sun would come back out, make it more. But for a little bit there, it seems like it cools off. And Mel, if you're missing, we feel bad. You're not feeling good, and hope you get feeling better. I don't know why she would still be on. She's probably, if you're sick, you just go to bed. But and ES is pushing back down. And this isn't, everyone knows this probably, but man, this was something I fought about. I had to just fight, and I still fight this fight of it's going back down. I'm just missing it. I want to jump in that FOMO.
Yeah, but look at that bounce there.
And it pushes, yeah, and as I say that, it's pushing back up. How much money have I lost over the years by jumping in because I'm just convinced that it's doing nothing but going down without me, and I better get in. And so I've learned that, yeah, wait for those kind of pullbacks. And to me, I've tried to get good at waiting by leaving the computer, like stepping away, and that helps me a ton because now it's going through all this rigmarole. And I'll sit down like, well, then fine, it's going up. Then I should get in long. But I've learned to just kind of stay with it and wait till it comes back. But that's hard. It's hard not to FOMO and thinking, man, it's going to go this way for the rest of the day. When in reality, I don't need it to go that way the rest of the day. I just need a few ticks to go my way. So 89 now but the heat index is 98, which means, whoa, that's hot. Yeah. Well, stay inside that nice air conditioning.
You're not getting any of the smoke that far south, are you, USC?
Hopefully not. Didn't I hear that there's in Chicago, they have air quality.
Chicago, New York, Philadelphia.
Are you getting some of that?
Yesterday we had a little bit. Today I checked the air quality index earlier and we were in the green, so it's all right now.
I could see getting in short now at ES 2700. I just took a sim short just for fun. It's going my way. There's 2. It's offered 2 and headed back. Hang on. Right back. Okay, I'm back. K-pop says hi.
Hey, K-pop. You're having a great day?
Let me put it on so she can hear.
Hey, K-pop, hope you're having a great day.
Oh, she's not able to hear it because I've got the... He said he's hoping you're having a great day. He's up and hungry. That's what they need their dad for. The daddy bird bringing worms. And that's
and 2 points, so she could be fed.
Yes. That short of mine, that my sim short is looking good, even though it was an even number. I hate going on even on zeros.
Now, is there a reason for that? Do you?
No. Yeah, there's no logical, rational reason for that. Well, a little bit. So I followed a guy 100 years ago out of Phoenix, I think he was. pretty good trader. It wasn't was what kind of room was it? I don't remember if it was had to have been YouTube. Anyway. Oh, school start. Not till I'll tell you said hi. Not till August, mid-August. Um and he and that was before I think it was before I even met Ace Trades, where I stole the name from. He would he said that he didn't like to get on zeros because he thought that's probably where the institutional people would get in at. And again, this is not going to make any sense, but just because, like, if you're a big, huge bank, they like round numbers. I think, remember he said something like that? Like, oh, it's just, I don't want to get on at the, 7522.00 because that's when everybody's either going to get out or get in because they like these big round even numbers. And so with nothing more than that, I always just started avoiding the zeros. But that's to me is just like superstitious. You know what I mean? It wasn't.
Yeah.
There's no real logic. I don't think that the high frequency traders stay away from zeros or are attracted to zeros. I don't think the big institutional guys. I think it was just something he thought up, but it kind of stuck with me, and so yeah, there's no real logical reason behind that. Now it's coming back in. I think I've got 5 locked in. Yeah, 5 points locked in. This is sim trade, so it's about to get hit. Or maybe not. I put another tick in to pay for the commission. Yep, I'm out. Please don't go forever.
Yeah, that was a big pop right back up. That was a 50-point candle there for a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah. How about you, son? When did you guys start school? Back in September? August?
I went to school. It was always the first Wednesday after Labor Day. Now, like schools everywhere start like mid-August.
Early, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they shouldn't go into June, August 11th. Yeah. Yeah, that's about typical. Which is kind of crazy though, because you'd think, just like for saving taxpayers money, you don't want those air conditioned units to have to be running for a month while we're waiting for things to cool off. But not for me to say. But I do know that school districts they've got X number of hours of instruction they've got to fit in. Around here, it's 180 days of instruction they have to fulfill. And so if you do the math and take out all the time they get off for holidays and whatnot, you got to work it all out. But no one just wants to go. School in the middle of the summer is just seems rough. And I'm not saying our agricultural society is the best way to do it, but that's kind of what I'm kind of used to, is that, things are starting to slow down, the crops are in, dad and grandpa don't need so much help on the farm anymore, it's going to be winter soon, let's have school for the kids while they're letting the fields rest. So that's not how it is most people live anyway, but started was the farm model. Everybody lived on a farm. The market's kind of not pushing as hard as it has been.
No, slow down some.
And you don't use volume profile at all?
No.
You look at that at all? I have it on my 15-minute chart. On they have it on the left side where it shows streams out into the field, but I have no idea how to make heads or tails of it. I bet there's people that do. I bet there's people that use that for support and resistance and entrances and exits, I guess, but I have not figured it out. I'm sure there's videos out there I can watch. But it does look interesting to me. Like ES had a huge volume spike about 75, 32, 33, where there was a lot of selling. But I don't know how to use that information. I don't know how to use that data. Maybe Claude does. I should ask those guys what their next step is.
Do you
and I
really
kind of
want to encourage them?
well, I kind of some of it's just a little bit of I told you so kind of like when we talked about it, I kept saying, I mean, I didn't want to be a Debbie Downer and just say, hey, this is never going to work. You guys are never, it's not going to work. I just don't think that's going to, I didn't want to be like that. I tried to be as positive, like, yeah, I'm going to help you as much as I can and give you all the data. I'm happy to let you. They've watched me trade several days. In fact, the last time they trade, I remember this kind of ticked me off. The last time they watched me trade, I took a 10-pointer on a couple contracts. I mean, it was a really good day, and no, I didn't expect applause or cheering. But I thought they would. Yeah, I like Tio. His AI is watching YouTube videos and looking at new indicators. But I thought they would say, because I did explain to them, my rationale is like, yeah, I need 2 points. Is what that's $100. Here's what you do. Anyway, they watched me take a 10-pointer on a couple contracts, and no one said like, wow, good job, or they was
Yeah.
just like, okay, all right, well, we'll get back to you. I'm like, you jerks, you don't realize how hard that is. You don't realize what I just did. Which that's again, they don't realize, and so you can't hold them accountable. But part of me, I kind of just thought this would fizzle, which looks like it is, and maybe I'm wrong, and maybe they just let's cut Dave out. Whoops, that's my name. Let's cut Ace out because he's such a Debbie Downer. Maybe my attitude was apparent. But part of me was like, yeah, you guys aren't going to be able to do this. There's no way that AI is going to be able to make a trading decision and be profitable enough to have an edge. And so part of me is just wanting them to go, gosh, you're right. Could you teach us just how to trade anyway? So, which I would. I just like, well, where's your magic carpet at? You guys were so confident that you could, after spending a week watching me trade and me having a week's worth of results sent to you, where's your magic gun? But yeah, they don't have a clue. Yeah, exactly. They see, that's exactly right. They see the easy money. They watch that. They figured, hey, we can get AI to do it. And maybe AI will. Maybe, and I'm not saying it's not going to. I just don't know that how you do it. And the fact that I don't know how to do it doesn't mean someone can't do it. But these guys are they saw that the easy money and were just like, oh, anybody can do that. So it has been interesting, their comments of like they said, that guy that like, I made some last week and I lost that all plus the rest of it. And that's why, again, I told them that's how trading goes. You have to pay for your tuition, whether you're paying it, to an educator or you're just all the money you lose on trades. And plus I didn't even, and it might be happening at USN. AI might figure it out. They have all been paper trading. And there is such a huge difference when it's your actual real money on the line, that you can't. And maybe the AI will figure that. Maybe that'll be the good part that AI can do, is that there won't be any emotions involved, and that'll maybe be easier. I don't know, but the difference between paper trading and real trading with real money is a gut punch difference. That's how I feel about it. You remember the first time you took a trade on money with money?
Do I?
Yeah.
Yeah, you mean like a funded account? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's definitely definitely a different mindset.
Yeah, for sure. I remember the um, paper trading for probably 2 or 3 months. Well, I've saved up my money and put it in my broker account, and this was way before they had the mini. I mean, they had micros. It was just the mini. So, 4 ticks is $50, and if it goes against you, 8 ticks, that's you've lost $100. And I'd set up a little card table, have a little dinky computer in the corner of the room with, I think I only had one screen, maybe I had two. But yeah, I had my robe on. It's cold. It's in the early morning. But I remember getting my first trade, and it started going against me, and I remember just breaking out in a sweat and thinking, "Man, this robe is way too hot." This is I could put my robe on and probably had slippers on. I just remember just like sweating and just thinking, "Oh, this is too hot. I gotta take," but I couldn't take it off because I'm trading. And if I look away from the screen, it's gonna go against me. And just remember that's kind of sick. And I'm sure I probably lost money on that trade. I don't know for sure, but I do remember it going against me, and that instant fear, that primal fear you have of fight or flight, or I had money on the line, and I was thinking, oh, why am I have this big thick robe on? I'm just reading U.S. Sun's work to break up even and go back and forth. Yeah, yep. Oh, that's what you're saying. No, yeah, no, I don't trade in the nude, and that's only because I sit on a green exercise ball, and that would be really not good. It's like sitting on a naga-hide couch naked. Yeah, good point. We always do have to take a turn, don't we?
But I expected it from Teo, not USC Sun. Although USC Sun is the blade to bring it for the whole pineapple thing. So
Yes, and I like that. I'm here for that. I celebrate her pineapple-ness. I like this market dropping down. Yeah, now I do. I feel like I come in the house now stinky from the run, and that's maybe not the ideal situation to trade in. I guess it wouldn't hurt to take a quick shower, but I like to sit down and get started and make my trades, and then get the shower. But what do I usually do? Like in the wintertime, come in here with, yeah, I guess I put my robe on. I have a pair of slippers here that are always under the desk because my feet will get a little bit cold. Why are we talking about this? Yeah, for sure. I don't think how I do that. In the wintertime, what am I wearing? I will say I have kids in the house, so there's no sleeping in the buff. And where is Mr. MMR? How do you say his name?
Oh, MR.
My friend from the Netherlands.
Yeah, he often misses Fridays, though. I think.
Yeah, it could be. I just think to me, it's fascinating just learning about different people and their world. Get up and get fully dressed and walk before every trade there. Yeah. With shoes too? Do you wear shoes in the house? I try not to, but it happens. I know that culturally, that is a lot of countries that's so offensive to wear your dirty shoes that you walk around outside with, and your dog poo and gross. Then you walk around on your house where you live. We try and take our shoes off, but We wear shoes in the house always. Yeah. Yeah. It's just what we do is as a culture. It's just not as acceptable. Although there are people that are good at that. I have a sister that if she has a little shoe rack right there, but you come in the door, you take your shoes
Order
off.
filled.
If you don't, she'll say something to you. And I think they have a little sign.
Stop filled.
Yeah, it is. It is gross. To wear shoes in the house. I think it wears your carpets out sooner. Yeah. My running shoes I always take off because I'm up on those trails, and oftentimes if there's been a bit of rain, there's be a little bit of mud. So I try and be good
Order
about taking those
filled.
off. Yes, if we didn't wear our shoes, you'd always keep your toenails looking good condition. There's one thing I'm realizing about if I co-host, you can't take off when you want to, like I usually do.
Oh, you can go if you want.
No, I know I could. I know I could. I'm just kind of thinking about like I usually take off about now, and I don't leave you behind. Right? Not that it's crucial or key. It's fun to visit with my
Stop
sim
filled.
wife. She's a good sport. Hard to not talk myself into taking a trade too, but I'm not going to. I'm already profitable personal account. My take profit trading just needed not trade today. Punishment for yesterday's breaking my rules. And it'll be there Monday when I get back. On ES. NQ doing the same thing, yep. It's weird to look at those NQ and ES and when they do the exact when they're similar in their movement for hours and hours. But I know there's people who have tried to find some correlation and use that to trade with. Like, oh, I'll find one if there's one that's leading a little bit, I'll use that and jump in when I see NQ do this. ES
Order
is going to
filled.
follow.
Yeah.
But I from what I've heard, and I could be wrong, and maybe there's people out there that have broke the secret and figured it out, but I've heard that that's just people have lost a lot of money trying to find that correlation, and it doesn't apparently statistically seem to be actual real correlation. But what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think they correlate a lot, but I mean, I would never look at one to take a trade on the other.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's even hard just to. Sometimes people think the mini, like a mini and the micro of the same asset trade exactly the same, but there's times where like MNQ might go 10 more points on a big quick move down than regular NQ does because it's just thinner. So
Yep.
to try and look at other assets, to figure out where things are going, I think it just makes it tough.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I know that there's
Target
people that
filled.
spent money and effort trying to do that. That's just same thing with the AI. It's like the holy grail. They're just looking for that nice trade. I watched that. They're looking for the holy grail of easy money. Really, when it comes down to it, I'll get this machine to do this for me, or I can, Horn follows what ES does every day, all the day long. It's just 10 seconds behind. So, it just doesn't seem to do it consistently enough that you can do it with it. Yeah, Tio. My robe, it just slowly falls off. It falls off the left shoulder first because I'm
Yeah.
using my right hand. And then the back slips down. Very, very, really good looking. It's amazing. That's actually not. I was tempted. I think I talked about this. I took a video of my dog finally jumping in the high mountain lake a couple weeks ago. First time he went swimming, and I recorded it because I thought because he hasn't been since we've got him. He hasn't ever gotten in far enough. We've been to lakes a lot, but I wasn't in the disposition to get in the lake with him. So I just throw sticks out there, and he would just go out until he got just about where he's supposed to swim, and he'd turn back around and chicken out. So I figured, I bet if I go out with him, he'll do it. He'll come out. So a couple weeks ago, one of my weekend run, I ran out. I put a phone up, and started recording, stripped down to my running tights, and jumped in the lake, and the dog followed. And then I was tempted to send that to you, like, Ox watched my dog do his first step, first time he's swimming. But then I'm like, no one should have to see all that old white fat guy in the water. So I didn't. Maybe I'll send a still to you or something like that. Those lakes are so cold. I was going to get in. I'd want to get in long. Did you hear those? Did you hear those dogs bark just a second ago?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine.
It's K-pop coming up again to ask me to make her breakfast. So I think I might slip out then, if that's okay. Go make
Sure,
breakfast.
absolutely. Thank you for joining me today.
Nice.
You're welcome
Nice.
anytime, Ace.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate all that you do for this room and the community. So I'm glad that we've got you and that you've persevered. We've been through a lot together, you and I in the room.
Yes,
I mean, that's
absolutely.
And so it's kind of fun to have that connection. So, yep. See you, wife. Have a good rest of your day. Take care. Give the hubs a big hug from all of us. I don't know if he knows how much how integral part of you are of our pretty family, but we sure appreciate you being here and him letting you be with us crazy folks. So, everybody. If MMR comes by, tell him I said hi.
Sure.
But I got breakfast duty. So usually I can throw some waffles in there, but that's not going to work this time. So, hey, Tio, see you guys. Hey, CJR.
Have a great weekend, Ace.
Yeah. Everybody have a great week. Just relax, rest. Sometimes it's good to take a break from trading. It's have those 2 days off. I tend to listen to some podcasts about trading sometimes, and YouTube's about trading, but I also need a mental break sometimes as well because it's a tough game. Tough game, guys. All right. Hey, thanks everybody. Thank you for letting me hang out. MIGHTYOX. Have a good one. I'm not. How do I get out of Discord? It'll never happen. I'll be in Discord forever. Oh, there it is. There's the button. I got to disconnect. All right. Take care. Thank you, sir. Bye-bye.
Bye. Market's a little choppy now, right below 28,700 on NQ. Trying to bounce. Red green somewhere between for the day. How are you all doing? Are you done for the day, Teo? Choppy, we see that the last 12 candles have touched the 9. Nice pop. Oh, look at that. Look at it go all of a sudden. We have about 10 minutes until London close. Yeah, it's a good idea, Teo. And right back down just as hard. Still trying to push up. Hopefully he has more success than I do trying to do a push up. That's just weird price action as we head toward a monthly close. That move up, quick move down, right back up. Yeah, I figure you're going to be doing some work with Brock later on that ace. I mean, on Teo. And right back down. Broke back below 700 quite easily. Yeah, I agree. Man, we got right back up. back up that quickly to 735. Sorry to hear that, USC. Have a great weekend, USC. How are you finishing today, JJR? Oh, wow. So as we're getting into London close, we burst up. All right, guys, that's it. We are done for the week. Hope everyone's had a great day. Hope everyone has a great weekend. We'll be back on Monday for some more great trading action. We'll see you then. Advisors.